Have you ever locked a character design in AI, kept iterating on it, and suddenly the image starts looking fuzzy, noisy, and less sharp? The weird thing is, the image size is already high enough, so this isn't really a resolution problem. It's more of an image quality problem that happens after too many AI edits. So in this video, I want to test different ways to restore the image clarity without changing the character design. I'm going to test Vizcom, Adobe's enhancement tools, and Midjourney, and see which one actually keeps the character locked while making the image clean and sharp again. So let's start with Vizcom first. Since we already built this character in Vizcom, it makes sense to test the easiest option first. Okay, go into edit mode, click adjust, and then select enhance. Let's check out the result. Overall, it does a really nice job. The full character design stays very consistent. Silhouette, proportions, pose, everything is basically the same. At the same time, the image looks cleaner and sharper, with crisper edges and most of the fuzzy noise gone. There is a trade-off though. If you zoom in, you still see Vizcom slightly reinterpret some details. For example, the bandana pattern changes a bit. The chin links look slightly different, and the glove opening gets replaced with a watch dial. So it's definitely not locking every tiny detail perfectly. Now personally, if you don't mind Vizcom slightly enhancing textures and micro details like this, I actually think it's a really solid option. Especially if you are not super precious about locking every single detail exactly the same. It's fast, convenient, and great for a cleaner presentation render. Next, I want to test Adobe's image enhancement. You can do this either in the Adobe Firefly webpage or directly inside Photoshop. For this test, I'm going to do it in Photoshop. Find image and go to Generative Upscale. Adobe actually gives you 3 model options here. Firefly, which is Adobe's own model, and 2 partner models from Topaz. So let's start with Firefly first. Because my image size is already pretty large, Photoshop actually won't let me upscale it. So first, I need to scale the image down a bit. Then try again. Alright, let's check the result. Honestly, this one was pretty disappointing for me. The image definitely looks sharper and the contrast becomes much stronger. But the actual problem, the fuzzy edges, noisy shapes, and the degraded details still feel mostly the same. So for what I personally want here, this really didn't hit the bar. Next, let's try Topaz Gig Pixel. Same, go to Generative Upscale. The face actually looks cleaner than Firefly. But I think that's mainly because I left the face recovery setting turned on. Honestly, still not really hitting the result I was hoping for. Most of the fuzzy edges, noisy details, and the degraded shapes still feel pretty noticeable. So then, I tried Topaz Bloom. I turned the creativity all the way down to 0 because I really wanted to keep the original design as close as possible. Much better. It cleaned up a lot of the noise. The image looks really clean, and the edges and the shapes definitely become sharper and clearer. But even with creativity at 0, it still added details I didn't really ask for. You can see extra folds and creases showing up on the jacket. The face shifts a little bit, and some smaller details also change. So from my test, Adobe and the Topaz models aren't really my favorites if the goal is to keep the exactly same character design and only restore image clarity. To be fair, I think Adobe's upscale tools are probably much better when you actually need to increase image size or resolution. But for this specific problem, where the image size is already high enough and I just want to restore clarity without changing the design, it wasn't my favorite solution. Alright, next, Midjourney. This is currently my favorite solution. Going to edit mode, dropping your image, erase something small that isn't important, and add a simple prompt like enhance image quality. You mostly just need to do this because Midjourney won't let you move to the next step unless you make a small edit first. Alright, now let's check the result. This one is kind of amazing. The image becomes really clear, sharp, and clean. The fuzziness and the noise are basically gone. And the biggest thing, it locks the character really well. The silhouette, proportions, and design details all stay identical to the original image. At least from a normal visual check, I honestly don't notice any meaningful design changes. So right now, if your goal is restore image clarity while keeping the character locked as closely as possible, Midjourney is definitely my winner. But lastly, I want to share a more advanced workflow, especially if you're already working inside Vizcom and don't want to jump around between different tools. Here's what I tested. Take your finalized outfit design image and grab a clean, high-fidelity base character image that you made previously. Now go into Modify and link both images. Then basically prompt Vizcom to lock the outfit and accessory design from image 1 and transfer it onto the base character model from the image 2. Now let's check the result. It's really great. The image becomes super clear and sharp. The design also stays really consistent. It locks the shape and details really well. Honestly, pretty close to the Midjourney result. And another nice bonus, the skin tone also returns back to the clean base color. Because after many rounds of iteration, even my original character skin tone started drifting a bit. And unlike Enhance, this method doesn't really add extra texture or reinterpret small details. So if you are already working in Vizcom and want a cleaner final image without jumping between different tools, this is actually a really solid workflow. So overall, my biggest takeaway is this. If your image gets fuzzy after too many AI edits, restoring image clarity is really about how much design change you are willing to tolerate. Some tools make the image cleaner, but also reinterpret details. Others keep the character locked much better. For me, Midjourney gives the best balance so far, but I'm still testing. Please let me know what tools and workflow are you using to restore image clarity without changing the design. Or maybe you know an even better one. Would love to test it. See you in the next one.